Hello and welcome back to another episode of Astral Ascension. Welcome back to the channel as well. So let me just make some final checks real quick. Right. So in the last episode we completed the Rook mission. Turns out he's another politician who wants to do what's best for his people. We decided not to turn him in, and we still get paid, but this time Rook is the one that paying, or well rather Nathan Chase is the one that's paying us. He's the one behind the Rook persona. And after that we head on to, I kind of forgot what the other planet was called. Basically I'm not sure what planet was. What's that? But basically, that planet is a sanctuary for pangos. So it's a ecosystem kind of planet, like a wildlife preserve. Yeah, a wildlife preserve, but it's planet size, I guess. Not entirely sure because I kinda forgot. And anyway, once we're done helping at the Pango Sanctuary, we're back on the ship. I think we went for bed as well. Yeah, we woke up with a phone call from our sister. So a buzzing from my pocket pulls me back to reality. With a groan, I roll myself over and slip. Okay, sorry, I just had dinner. The food is making me burp. With a groan, I roll myself over and slip out my phone. Oh, it's Celeste. I spring up from the bed and quickly connect my phone to the communicator. After I answer the call, my sister's face lights up the screen. She grins and waves. Call her Celery again. Hey, Celery. She sighs.
Will you ever get tired of that nickname?
No. Probably not. Yes. The answer is no. Yeah, probably not. She shakes her head and then smiles.
At least it's better than having bedhead.
Huh? My hands fly to my head and I smoothed on my hair. Celeste giggles.
Did you just wake up?
No, I was just resting on the bed.
Uh-huh. I hate to break it to you, big bro, but resting in your bed is called sleeping.
No, I swear, I wasn't asleep. We just came back from a mission and I was just taking a break. She sits up straighter.
Ooh, really? Were you on a wild spaceship chase?
No.
Okay, then did you have to fight your way out of being captured? Hi-ya!
Celeste minds punching an invisible enemy from her desk. Definitely not.
Oh.
She pauses, thinking, then grins.
Oh, I know. You had to pick your way through ancient ruins, avoiding all the deadly traps set in place.
No, we're not in Indiana Jones.
And when you got to the treasure, you had to swap the relic with an equally weighted rock.
Okay, that's definitely Indiana Jones reference. No, but I really like to know what it is you think a mercenary does. Celeste puts her hands on her hips.
Well, I'm all out of ideas now. What kind of mission could get you so tired?
A mission of utmost importance. You see, it was a mission of the utmost importance. She narrows her eyes.
Utmost importance?
Yes, and we were the perfect team for the job. Why that sounds like a certain accent that I can't somehow recall. She gasps.
Does this mean what I think it means?
That depends. Are you thinking of we speak at the same time? Pangos?
Pongos!
She squeals.
No way! You had a mission that involved Pongos? You better not be lying to me.
No lies, we were tasked with collecting and returning pangos to their sanctuary.
So there was
Oh yeah, it was a whole planet.
A whole planet?
Yeah, the planet-sized sanctuary. Yep. Yeah. She stares at me. Celeste? Silence. Uh-oh. I think I broke her, or maybe the connection dropped. Hello? Celeste? Are you still there, or... Her chair clatters as she stands. She suddenly leans towards the screen, gripping her desk.
You were on a planet of Pongos and you didn't tell me? You should have video requested me immediately!
Whoa, 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 hey! I would have, but I was working.
Uh-huh, sure. Hanging out with the whole planet of Pongos, working.
Yeah, if I took out my phone, they would drain my phone, right? Yeah, that was all part of the job. All a part of the job, yeah. She sighs wistfully and sits back down.
Oh, you're so lucky. I wish I could have gone. If only you could have brought one back for me.
If it weren't totally irresponsible and illegal to smuggle a Pongo out, I would have absolutely brought one back for you. Celeste sighs once more before smiling.
The Pongos will be happier on their own planet anyway.
I nod. So, was there something you wanted to share with me? I don't think you called me just to talk about Pongos.
Oh yeah.
Celeste clears her throat and bites her lip nervously.
Remember when I said I was writing a song?
Yeah, how's that coming along?
Well, I finished it.
That's awesome.
Thanks.
She hesitates.
Do you want to hear it?
Of course, I'm sure it'll be just as fun as last time.
Well, there are no surprising twists on this one.
Even better. She giggles.
Anyway, the piece is still really rough, and there are a couple places that I might change. I haven't decided yet.
I'm sure it's going to be good either way.
Maybe. I mean,
She takes a deep breath before slowly letting it out.
yeah, okay. Let's do this.
She nods and adjusts her phone to view the electronic keyboard set up in her room. After she sits back down, she readies her hands and takes a breath. Then she plays the first note. It flows into a tinkling melody like the calm waters of a gentle spring. I close my eyes and float up and down. What? I close my eyes and float up and down the river of... What's this? Arpeggios? All of my stress melts away with each new chord. Is that a weird word? I learn something new every day. I'm not entirely sure. I have to look that up. Oh, it is a real word. Finally, the last note echoes in the air. Celeste refocuses on me.
What do you think?
Needs more cowbell. Cowbell! It needs more cowbell. I'm not sure if that's a reference to anything, but I don't know. Absolutely don't know.
What? It has no cowbell.
Which is why it needs more cowbell to offset the perfection that this song already is. Celeste raises an eyebrow. She hits a button on her keyboard which emits a string of cowbell strikes. Beautiful. She giggles.
You weirdo.
You're really talented, sis. Mom will be so proud of you.
You think so? I wish you could hear it.
Me too. In fact, I wish more people could hear your music. She hesitates. What? Did I say something wrong?
No, it's just... Promise you won't laugh?
I promise.
I know it's really stupid, but I've always dreamed of performing in a crowded theater.
That's not stupid.
Maybe not for anyone else, but for me.
Her voice trails off. She glances around her hospital room, her gaze lingering on the white walls, the standard bed, and her keyboard.
How could I ever get that chance?
What if you held a virtual concert?
It's not the same. I want to feel that personal connection between musician and audience. when we're all in the same room sharing that moment together. It must be an amazing feeling.
My heart breaks for her. Celeste's dream isn't something outlandish. It's something any other normal person, any normal person could easily experience. But she's not a normal person. Maybe you can still make that happen. She smiles softly.
I appreciate the positivity, but both know I can't leave this room.
Or can you? Maybe you don't have to. What if you perform for the nurses and other hospital staff?
It's a nice thought, but they're so busy. I don't want to take them away from their jobs when there are other patients who need them.
That's a good point. I pause. Then I guess you'll just have to wait until my next visit for your live audience. She blinks.
You want me to perform for you here?
Not just me, my crew too. I know they would love to hear your. I know they would hear. I can't speak while I'm reading. Okay, let's try this again. I know they would love to hear you play in person.
Really? Are you sure they'd be okay with that?
Her brows furrow in concern.
I mean, I know it's kind of a process to visit me.
Yeah, I'll communicate with the hospital ahead of time and add them to the approved visitor list so we won't have any issues.
What about the initial quarantine they'll have to do? Are they willing to isolate for a few weeks? And they'll have to read through the mountain of paperwork and disclosures and sign authorizations and stuff, and after that they'll still have to go through the full sterilization process. That's a lot to ask somebody to do.
If it's for you, then of course they'll do it.
Really?
Her hope laces her voice. I grin. Absolutely. Didn't you see how they were totally buying that adorable little sister act that you were putting on?
That's not an act. That's just who I am.
Oh really? Then why isn't the little sister I normally deal with anything like that? Celeste raises a brow.
I don't know. What am I normally like?
Hold on, there's something between my teeth. Okay, I don't know what that is, but it's certainly annoying. Never mind, let's continue. Mini Tsundere. Angry with a fondness for calling me a pervert. She crosses her arms.
Hey, I am not angry. And maybe if you didn't act like such a pervert, I wouldn't need to call you one.
See, that's exactly what I mean. She blinks and then laughs. So it's decided then. You'll perform live for me and my crew, and will be the best audience you could ever want. Celeste's face lights up, and she squeals excitedly.
Yay! Oh my gosh, this will be so fun! Should I play this song? Or should I write a new piece? No, I won't have enough time to practice if I write something new.
This song is great. I could listen to it all day. She giggles.
You have to say that. You're my brother. But, okay. I'll practice this one.
Deal. Celeste grins.
Although, I do think I'm going to change a few parts. Maybe I'll change this part to something else. Something like...
Her finger tinker across the keys.
No. Maybe I should go...
She plays a new melody.
Or maybe...
I chuckle. I think I should leave you to practice. Celeste glances up.
Sorry, I didn't mean to get distracted.
No, it's okay.
Are you sure? Because I can stay to chat if you want.
That's alright. I already told you my good news, and I'm glad you're excited about this song. I know I can't wait to hear it live.
Same! Oh, I want to make sure the song is perfect before I perform it.
It will be. I'll talk to you soon then.
Okay. Talk to you soon.
After a final wave, we disconnect the call. I can't wait for the next concert. Celeste's song will sound even richer and fuller in person, and I'm looking forward to hearing what extra emotions she'll add to the piece. A yawn interrupts my thoughts. I'll share the good news with my crew later. Right now, it is time for some much needed rest. I stand up from my desk and get changed. Then I fall back into bed. Okay, so if this is the case, I meant to put this in the last episode because, well, by the time let me just check the time. Yeah, by the time I add this in, it will be near 2 hours. But yeah, last episode was at least an hour and 40 minutes. So yeah, well, I might as well just add it, add it there, right? But I don't want to make an hour and 40 minutes even longer. But well, we'll see how today's episode goes. Finally, sweet sleep. I bury myself deep into my pillow and drift off to calming thoughts of flowing water. Okay, yeah, the last episode I kind of don't, because I initially thought it was another call from someone, but well, even if it's from Celeste, I wasn't expecting it still not be the end of the day, but now it's officially the end of the day. Yeah, I make my episodes. I wanted to make my episodes like to go by the day, the in-game day, and yeah, by the time a day passes, it's like 1 hour and 40 minutes on average, maybe an hour and a half on average, but the earliest is like an hour and 20 minutes. I can't remember, but if I want to check, I could check right now. With my phone. So the shortest episode is like an hour and 20 minutes. The longest is an hour and 40 minutes. So on average, let's just say an hour and a half. So yeah, I want to make my episodes like have a sort of consistency. So let's continue. When I eventually wake up, it's to the sound of my alarm. Fumbling in the dark, I quiet my phone and welcome the silence. I scroll through my notifications, the text blurry as I try to shake off the night's sleep. One of the notifications is an email from... I sit up in my bed. Joel! He must have found the address! I click open the email and I find exactly what I'm looking for. An address for Derek. He's currently on a space station in a free world sector. It's a bit out of the way, but it's in a neutral location that falls in both the Union and Polaris's good graces. Now I just need a way of getting there. Maybe I can convince Iris to take us. I get dressed and head out of my room to search for her, pondering what I'm going to say. I look all over the ship, but she isn't in any of the usual locations. She must still be in her room. I double back down the corridor and knock on the door to the captain's quarters.
Come in.
Okay, this is her room. Ooh, some figures. Oh, it's like a studio apartment, kinda. Definitely bigger than mine. The door slides open. Iris sits at her desk. Hey, sorry to interrupt.
It's no problem. Take a seat and give me a moment.
I sit down while Iris finishes up on her computer. When she's done, she faces me.
How can I help?
Have you heard of Starhaven? She nods.
That's one of the free world stations that Polaris has been trying to get into its fold, right?
I nod. That's the one. I'm not sure if you've already plotted our next course, but would it be possible to search for missions in Starhaven's star system? Wait, what? But would it be possible to search for missions in Starhaven's star system? I expected some kind of pushback. Instead, Iris looks intrigued.
Is there a reason you want to go there?
I need to speak to someone there. She raises a brow. It's regarding my dismissal from IAB.
Hasn't that situation wrapped up?
Yes and no. IAB's official records consider it a clear-cut case, but I didn't do any of the things they accused me of, so I was obviously made the scapegoat.
And you think whoever is on Starhaven set you up?
That's what I want to find out. Iris is quiet. She folds her hands together and studies me. I wish I could tell what she's thinking, but her eyes don't give me a clue.
We can set that sector as our next destination under the condition that all fuel costs to travel there will be deducted from your next pay.
That's it? She nods. Seems fair to me. Deal. We shake on it. That was easier than expected. I'm a little surprised you agreed so quickly. I was still thinking up multiple reasons to convince you. She smiles.
There are no contracts left in this sector, so we'd have to relocate anyway. And since you're paying for the fuel, that sector sounds as good as any other.
You just bamboozled me into paying for gas. Yeah, let's go with this. Hold on a second. Did you just convince me to pay for gas even though we were leaving anyway?
If it were up to me, we'd be looking at contracts in a neighboring sector. And Starhaven is a considerable distance away in Free World territory. But we don't have to go if you feel like I'm taking advantage of you.
Fair enough. I hold my tongue and shake my head. At the end of the day, Iris is doing me a huge favor by flying the Eidos to Starhaven. No, I think it's a fair deal. She nods.
I've got a few things to wrap up before we take off. Feel free to take some time to yourself, and I'll let everyone know what the plan is when we're ready.
Sounds good. And thanks again. She offers me a final smile as I leave her quarters. I head back to my room and consider sneaking in a few more hours of sleep. My mind is filled with questions for Derek, and the thoughts refuse to quiet down. There will be no sleep for me, it seems. Instead, I head off to the lounge and distract myself with some TV. A few hours later, Iris announces our new destination and to prepare for takeoff. I wonder if it's a part of Iris's wrap-up was. I wonder if a part of Iris's wrap-up was to secure our next contract on Starhaven. Maybe she has, which is why we're ready to fly now. I better get started with preparations. I quickly exit the lounge and make my way to the bridge. When I arrive, Kai is already there planning our route. When I take my seat, he glances at me and grins.
Starhaven, huh? Iris must have found an extra juicy contract if we're heading that far out.
I just nod.
It should be a straightforward flight there, free of any nebula storms.
He winks and I grin. Hey, it all worked out in the end. Kai laughs and shakes his head. Then he finishes plotting the route. We departed Astralon, also that place is called Astralon, the Pango Sanctuary, and set off into space. Once we're well on our way, I allow autopilot to take over while I monitor the screens for any anomalies. The journey remained uneventful, which is a welcome change. Kai and I routinely take our breaks and cover for each other. Once we are close to Starhaven, I take over and navigate the rest of the flight there. When we arrive, I smoothly dock the Eidos at the spaceport. No matter how eager I am to speak with Derek, rushing a landing is an incredibly bad idea.
As smooth as ever.
Thanks. I run the usual post-landing checks and Iris announces that we have some free time while she secures the next contract. This is my cue to go do my thing. I look at Kai. Since we've got some free time, there's something on Starhaven I've always wanted to check out. Can you handle it from here?
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Thanks, man. I leave the bridge and make my way off of the ship. Then I head to the nearest transport station, where I input the address that Joel sent. Okay, something in my throat. Sorry about that. Where I input the address that Joel sent me for Derek. Throughout the journey, I can't ease the knot in my stomach. What if Derek is the key to clearing my name? Maybe things might go back to how they used to be. On the other hand, what if he's not home? Or he refuses to talk to me? I guess I didn't fully think this through. Showing up at his house might spook him. But I have to take this risk. I need some answers. After what feels like an eternity, we pull up in front of a small station. We pull up in front of a small station home. Like a motel? I don't know. I take a deep breath to quiet my racing thoughts. Let's do this. I walk up the steps and knock on the front door. There is a muffled movement on the other side of the door. When it opens, I'm greeted by Derek. Although he recognizes me, he's no less confused to see me.
What? What are you doing here?
Hey Derek, I was hoping we could talk. I brace myself, unsure how he'll respond, but he softens into a smile.
Sorry, where are my manners? Please, come in.
Oh, thanks. I wasn't expecting a welcome reception, especially since we didn't speak very often at IAP, but I'm grateful all the same. So it's like, his room is like a studio as well. I follow him into the house and we settled in his living room. It's a cozy yet comfortable space, with enough room for a couple of plush chairs. He points me to one of them.
Please, have a seat.
Apparently he's such a side character that he's not worthy of a profile. Yeah, he's probably not that important. Or yeah, he doesn't have a like major role. Not that Nathan Chase has a we'll see Nathan Chase anytime soon, right? But I guess Nathan Chase plays a big role in terms of how he'll change the world, I guess. Like he plays a big role in the game's theme, I should say. So this guy is basically like an office worker. And I wonder what this image is. Wonder what this is a reference of. I sit on the edge of the cushion, primed to move if things go south.
I'm assuming you're here to talk about your dismissal from IAP.
That obvious, huh? Derek smiles wryly. Yeah, I still have a lot of questions about the investigation. His smile drops into a frustrated scowl.
If you can even call that mess an investigation. If they did any work, it was all for optics. It's obvious they only wanted a scapegoat so they could brush everything under the rug.
Okay, could have been a typo. They might change this. I blink in surprise. This guy is reading my mind. So you believe I'm innocent?
Of course. Your ridiculously unfair treatment is the reason why I left.
I was right to assume he left because of the investigation, but I was way off on the reason why.
IAP showed their true colors during your investigation, and I couldn't continue working for an organization like that. I know it was a rash and irresponsible decision, but I just couldn't in good conscience stay there. Thankfully, my family pulled through for me. They let me come back here and got me a new job.
I'm glad to hear things are working out for you, and while I appreciate your support, I'm still surprised you decided to leave. You weren't the target, and I would have left you alone.
True, but let's be honest. You worked there for years. You were one of the best agents in the precinct. You never caused problems, and they still dropped you to save face. Who's to say they wouldn't change their mind about me, too?
I'm not. It's a valid concern.
And it's not quite true that I wasn't a target. At one point, our department was asked to share all the evidence logs pertaining to you.
Did anyone notice the false logs? He nods.
I did. Now I know someone on our team was involved. It's not obvious who it could have been. There were forged signatures from every single one of us.
That certainly complicates things.
Tell me about it. I tried to bring it up to my supervisor, who said he'd handle it. I'm pretty sure that report was archived, along with anything else that could have slowed down the case to dismiss you.
Of course they did. They needed to throw someone to the wolves to get rid of the media attention. they needed to throw someone to the wolves to get rid of the media attention. Derek nods. Speaking with him has been quite helpful. Now that I know someone on the evidence team is dirty, I can narrow down the list of suspects. I find it very unlikely that Derek had any involvement with the false logs, so I'm ready to rule him out as a suspect. Not only has he been more willing to share information, he was so genuinely disillusioned by IAM that he quit his job without having a backup plan. I hope that he isn't a double agent, but based on this jingle or this sound effect, it's safe to say our trait literally can tell whether he's on our side or not. So we're gonna thank him, right? Unless otherwise something happens in the future. But I really appreciate all of your help, Derek. He smiles apologetically.
Sorry I couldn't give you anything more specific.
You've given me plenty. After what you've shared about the evidence team, I've now got a solid lead. He chuckles.
Given your impressive track record with investigations, I know you'll find the culprit sooner rather than later.
That's the plan. I grin. I should get going. I need to follow up on what you've told me. Derek nods.
It was nice to see you. I'm glad you're doing okay after everything that happened.
Thanks. Same to you. I appreciate your time.
No problem.
I say my goodbyes and head out. I make my way to the nearest transport station and call for a commute. On the way back to the spaceport, I replay the conversation I had with Derek and rehash each detail. Regardless of his intentions, he gave me a good lead to follow. Hope lights my chest, and I feel more optimistic. I soon arrive at the spaceport and I return to the Eidos. Loading. Honestly, I have no idea how each episode duration is, but I think I found a guide, but that guide's kind of incomplete. But it kind of tells us when each episode ends and when each one starts, but up till episode 3, so I can't say for sure. I climb aboard the ship and look for my crew. I should let Iris know that my business here is done. Maybe she'll have found another mission by now. Strangely enough, the ship is quiet. I poke around all of the usual places before settling in the lounge. Where is everyone? Maybe they're in their quarters. If so, I don't want to bother them. As I'm deciding whether or not I should return to my own quarters, the lounge doors slide open and Kai walks in.
Welcome back, Hotshot.
Oh, hey Kai. Where is everyone?
Out.
That's it? Just out?
Yup, which is exactly where we should be.
Huh? He slings his arm around my shoulders.
We are two handsome, eligible bachelors with an entire evening to ourselves. It would be a shame to waste this opportunity.
We're gonna look for girls, but I'm gonna go with one of our crewmates, right? Opportunity for what?
For dancing, or drinking, or mingling. Or, and hear me out here, all of the above.
They need to add some more text here. Well, this can actually decline him. Unless it's an illusion of choice and he'll take us out anyway, but well, we're gonna choose this option in the next run. Well, let's go. I nod. Alright, sure. It sounds better than hanging around the ship alone.
Not quite the level of enthusiasm I was hoping for, but we'll work on that.
So, where to then?
Don't worry about that. I know exactly where to go.
Oh, we just got here.
What do you think I've been doing while you've been out gallivanting around?
He's looking up for potential bars. And I'm looking what? Yeah, I'm literally looking up what this word means. First of all, we need to talk about your use of gallivanting.
No, we don't. Now, less talking and more walking.
Yeah. That doesn't sound right with what we were doing just now, but regardless. Kai ushers me off of the ship where he hails us a ride. He doesn't give any more hints as to where we are going, only sharing that we're heading to a bar. As we travel, I glance at the twinkly stars in the sky. They glitter against the shroud of night like jeweled beads. It's funny how a sky can look so similar yet feel so foreign. Soon we arrive at a building lit up with bright neon signs. A steady stream of people enter and leave the bar. At least it seems busy.
Of course it is. No point going to an empty bar. You may as well drink at home. Come on.
Inside, my ears are assaulted by a heavy bass line. The music thunders and rattles in my chest.
What are you drinking? I'm buying.
Either one is fine, right? Let's go with the second option. I already know what I want and it's going to taste even better since Kai's buying. I give him my order and Kai grins.
I always knew you were a gentleman with fine taste.
After Kai orders our first round of drinks, he leans his back against the bar and surveys the floor. His gaze lingers on a particularly busty brunette passing by.
Not bad, huh? What do you think?
Let's go with the first option, to be honest. I don't want to accidentally run into them. Let's go with the first option. I think the bar was a good choice.
And the brunette?
I didn't really notice her.
I don't believe that for a second. There was a lot to notice about her.
Shrug, if you say so. Kai shifts to face me and then narrows his eyes.
What's going on?
Nothing, I'm just not interested.
Is it because someone else has already caught your eye?
Possibly.
Someone from our crew?
I nod.
Let me guess. Wait, no, that's a terrible idea. Just tell me who.
Can I say you? What happens if I give the wrong answer? Either this or this. Yeah, Luna. Yeah, if I give him the wrong answer, he'll go back and say. He'll probably go back and like say the wrong things, and then will cause a misunderstanding. But the only thing that will affect the route would probably be the really obvious one that you say that you're not interested in romantically involved with them, it to their face, or you've been so bad at picking options that they dislike you. But I think most of the options are pretty much safe except for certain scenarios. Well, obviously just not be an asshole. I think just be a good guy and then just don't say I'm not interested to their face, and then I think it's fine. It's Luna. Kai grins.
I knew it!
How?
I've noticed that you need to visit the doctor a lot. Way more than any normal pilot needs to.
Is it that obvious? Kai chuckles.
Just a little bit. Plus, all those curves, ooh, only a blind man could resist them.
Yeah, she's definitely easy on the eyes. But there's more to her than just looks.
Oh yeah, she's a clever one. Luna knows what her strengths are. But more importantly, she knows exactly how to use those strengths to her advantage. It's why no man can resist her.
Does that mean you're my competition? He laughs.
They say opposites attract. And regrettably, Luna and I are not so different.
Then I think I might fall for you too, Kai.
Very funny.
He's quiet for a moment, clearly in thought.
Still, with Luna, there's more than meets the eye. To stand out, you'll need to show her that you can keep up with her wits. Don't be afraid to joke back and push boundaries. She's used to bumbling, nervous guys, so you need to be able to play at her level.
Say what now? Okay. I'm not. These are good things to keep in mind. I'm glad I chose that first option just now. Thanks for the insight. Kai nods and then grins. I think in the future run I might as well just choose the first option and pick the other two if we're going on their route, respectively.
Now that I've helped you, it's time for you to help me.
Help you how?
What did I say when we came out? That we needed to take advantage of this opportunity. Well, it's time to opportune.
That's not how that word is used.
No? Well, maybe you should explain it to those lovely ladies over there.
Kai points to a pair of twins at a nearby table. They wear tight dresses that silhouette their curves. One has her dark hair pulled into a long ponytail while the other keeps her hair in loose waves down her back. Both gaze at us with sultry, inviting eyes. Kai grins and the woman giggle. He looks at me. Hold on.
So, what do you say?
Sure, why not? Let's join in. For now. I say leave it to me. Someone's got to show you how it's done.
Ha! I'm glad to see you're fully embracing the opportunity. But I'm a little surprised you're ready to roll after that big speech about already having someone in mind.
Well, we did come here to get to know some people, so there's no reason why I can't just have a conversation.
Very true.
And since I'm not actually committed or exclusive, it's okay to see where that conversation goes.
More than okay. Besides, someone needs to catch up to me on the scoreboard. Or are you going to let me dominate it without a fight?
Okay, that's not my actual intention, but I should have chose the other two. No chance, you know I'd win. Kai shrugs.
I'll believe it when I see it.
Alright, let's do this.
Good choice, my friend. In that case, I've got a surprise for you.
What is it?
Wait and you'll see.
He winks before ducking into the crowd. I sip my drink and wonder what the surprise could be. Soon he returns with one of the twins. She brushes her long hair out of her face and smiles.
This is your pilot friend?
Kai grins. Larissa Croft? I know, I don't know.
The one and only.
She gives me an appreciative once-over, her eyes fluttering coyly.
You're right. I do approve.
Hey, I promised you a handsome pilot, and I always keep my promises. Now it sounds like you two have some major catching up to do.
I think we do. Okay.
Larissa and Melissa. Huh. Sounds like a twin name. A woman from a nearby table calls his name. She looks just like the woman in front of me, except her dark hair is tied into a long ponytail. They must be twins.
Duty calls.
Kai winks and then heads off, leaving me alone with the woman. Hey, I'm Javelin. What's your name?
Larissa.
She twirls her hair in her fingers. We can still back off if we want to. I think we'll go with this in the fourth run if we're doing a platonic round. Yeah, no, let's back off. I thought I could do this, but I just don't feel right flirting with someone else when I already have a girl I'm interested in. How do I let her down gently? I offer Larissa an apologetic smile. I'm sure you're really a nice girl, but I already have someone I like and I want to be faithful to her. To my surprise, Larissa's smile broadens. She laughs.
Kai wasn't lying when he said you were a really good guy.
Of course it'd say that. I'm just trying to do the right thing, that's all. She nods.
I totally respect that. Whoever she is, she's lucky to have found a guy like you.
She smiles and collects her drink.
It was nice to meet you anyway. Good luck, and maybe I'll see you around.
You too. Yeah, if she has a portrait, maybe that might give us like a potential fourth route. Like how, like the so-called hidden route with the Initero Enigma. Alright. Maybe we'll... I'm pretty sure they're just leaning towards the Ace Attorney direction, where if you choose neither of the girls, you'll just not date anyone. I don't think you'll be having like a secret route with somehow Kai having a little sister or something, but maybe not. But yeah, I'm guessing basically you're ending single. By the end of the game, you're still single. I don't think you'll end up with someone if you choose the bitchless route. She winks and then returns to the table with her sister and Kai. I think I've spent enough time at the bar. It's getting late and I should go home. After meeting Kai's eye, I gesture that I'm heading back, and he nods. I finish up my drink and exit the bar. Luckily, I remember the way back to the spaceport and easily secure myself a ride. Leaning against the window, the city lights blur together as we speed past. Afterwards, I make my way back and climb aboard the ship. When I cross through the cargo bay, I'm surprised to find Vela there. Hey Vela. She jumps at my voice.
Oh, hey, what are you doing here?
I just got back. What are you doing?
I got a status alert to check the cargo bay, but everything appears to be fine.
That's good. My brows wrinkle.
It's pretty late, isn't it? And you're just now getting back? Wait, is Kai back too?
I shake my head. He wasn't ready to come home, so he's still at the bar.
Of course not. Based on past experience, he won't be ready to come home until breakfast tomorrow morning.
And based on how his conversation was going at the bar, that sounds about right. Vela sighs.
He's kind of a lost cause at this point.
She looks at me.
Although I'm a little surprised you're back so early if you went out together.
I changed my mind, which is why I came back early.
Changed your mind about what?
About chatting with other girls. Mostly about if I wanted to keep doing it or not, and I decided I didn't.
Oh, right. I get it now.
Oh no. Does she like me? Because I accidentally step onto a few of her routes. She tries to keep her answer casual, but there's an undercurrent of disappointment cutting through her words. Yeah, Kai definitely didn't want to leave though, but I thought I should.
It would probably be more awkward if you stayed, so it's a good thing you left.
Right. Vela's a little hard to read right now.
Anyway, I'm glad you're back, but I should go check engineering.
Sure. I should go to bed. She nods and smiles once more. Then she leaves. That was kind of a strange interaction. It seems like Vela was genuinely glad to see me home tonight. But she was still uncomfortable about something. I wonder if it's because I still talk to other girls. I can see why she might not want to hear about that. Either way, Vela has already left, so I should get to bed. I go up the metal staircase. I walk down the corridor and run into Luna right outside of her quarters. Hey Luna! If she's surprised to see me, she doesn't show it. Instead, she greets me with a cheerful grin.
Hello there. Fancy meeting you here. Going to bed, I assume?
Yep, you too?
Mm-hmm. It must be a sign.
Oh yeah? Of what?
I haven't worked that part out yet.
She giggles and I grin.
Is Kai with you?
No, he decided to stay behind at the bar.
Oh, does that mean I should add a tally to the scoreboard?
Yep, he's definitely scoring tonight.
Oh my, lucky him.
Yeah.
If you're back early, does that mean I should share my condolences?
No, I still had my fun chatting it up with other girls. It was my own choice to cut my conversation short and come back early.
Well, that's a relief, as I wasn't quite prepared to mend a broken heart tonight. Thankfully, I don't have to.
She winks.
Since you're back safe and sound, I should be heading to bed.
I blink at the abrupt change of subject. Oh, right. Me too, I guess. She nods.
Try not to stay up too late. Doctor's orders.
She offers me one last smile before entering her room. I'm still reeling from her sudden departure. Although Luna joked around like she normally does, I wonder if she's more sensitive to this topic than she lets on. Maybe she was relieved that I came back home, but she didn't want to hear about my potential conversations with other girls. I can understand that reasoning. I might react the same way if the situation was reversed. For now, I better take her advice and go to bed. I walk to my door and enter my room. I feel like the affection is literal. My two highest affection is literally Vela and Luna. Vela being the second, of course, because I didn't run into Iris. So I'm pretty sure these two are depending on your two highest encounters, or your two highest affection with the three of them. Then I quickly get ready for bed and crawl beneath the covers. Today has been an exhausting day. Now that I'm lying down, it's all catching up to me. My thoughts swirl with the day's events, and I fall asleep to strange dreams. It's not even... Oh, this day goes back so quick. I guess I wake up feeling well rested. So yeah, it's only been 52 minutes. So yeah, let's continue. I'm not gonna make this too short of an episode. So if this, I'd rather I accidentally go past my average time, and I'd rather go to 2 hours rather than having a short episode on 1 hour. There's still no news from Iris regarding our mission, so I spent the rest of the morning tidying up my room. I should update Zeke and Helen too. I'm sure they're both curious how my conversation with Derek went. I shoot them a group text and ask them when they are free to chat. This conversation will be much easier through a call than text. They are both free later in the afternoon, so we scheduled a group call to take place in a few hours. My stomach grumbles, interrupting my thoughts. I forgot to eat breakfast this morning, no wonder I'm hungry. Before my stomach can protest again, I exit my room and head to the kitchen. I whip up a quick breakfast and quickly wolf it down. That hit the spot. Maybe I'll relax with a little TV until it's time for my call. I head to the lounge. The room is blissfully empty, which means I can watch whatever I want. I plop myself on the couch and flip through the channels. Eventually, I settled on a documentary on 21st century Earth. Celeste would love this. She is fascinated by the history of Earth. While watching my show, my phone alerts me with a text. It's an announcement that the simulation room is officially available for use. Finally, that's exciting. I've been waiting to check out that room. I wonder what cool programs they have. Suddenly, my phone buzzes again, this time with a calendar reminder. Oh shoot, the meeting's about to start. I shut off the TV and hurry out of the lounge. So basically, we can go to the simulation room in our next free time event, I guess. The simulation room will have to will have to wait just a little longer. I head down the hallway and relocate to my quarters. Once I'm in my room, I pull out my phone and sit on the edge of the bed. Then I start the conference call. After a few rings, two faces flicker onto the screen. Hey guys.
Hi!
Helen waves and Zeke nods his head, the corner of his mouth quirking up.
Hey guys, it's good to see you, Helen. It's been way too long.
Agreed. Would it kill you to call once in a while?
I could say the same to you.
Oh, I have the perfect excuse. Two, actually. Ages 8 and 13.
Yeah, her two kids.
Good point. Kids do tend to make schedules busier.
Yeah, I forgot to read this, but I already go to this. He chuckles. Yeah, not that I should. I'm not sure whether if I should just stick to reading every single one of the things that everyone keeps like doing, like they're giggling and they're chuckling. But yeah, all of those are basically like thoughts in my head, right? The narrations.
Yep.
I can't help but grin. These two are the same as always. Yeah. It's nostalgic, right? All of us being here. It's kind of like a family reunion. Helen grins.
Family, huh? So, what does that make me?
The crazy aunt, no question about it. She gives me a fake glare.
Then that makes you the bratty nephew.
I laugh and Zeke chuckles.
You two can be whatever you want as long as I get to be the cool uncle.
I suppose that's acceptable.
Since we're all catching up, I have to ask a very important question. How's our favorite printer doing over at IAP?
First of all, yeah, I agree with this. He's kind of cool. Helen groans, putting a hand to her forehead.
Ugh, still there and still perpetually out of toner. I can't believe they haven't trashed the thing yet.
Judd, man, yeah, they just like how I've seen a lot of memes regarding American McDonald's that their McFlurry machine is always broken. Strangely enough, McFlurry machines in my country always works. So you can always get sundaes and McFlurries from our soft serve machines. So I don't know what the hell is going on in America, but maybe it's just memes or just some of them. I wouldn't say all of them. And yeah, maybe those are just a few bad Apple places. I don't know. I don't live in America. Face it, Helen, it's on purpose at this point.
That must be it. Someone is taking great joy in your perpetual frustration.
My patience can only go so far.
You've held out for this long. What's a few more decades? She sighs wearily.
I hope it's not that long.
The conversation slowly lulls. As much fun as it is to reminisce, that's not the reason I called you both today. They both take on a more serious expression.
You've got an update for us?
Yeah, I got to talk with Derek and he shared a lot. It turns out he pretty much quit because of what happened to me. IAP showed their true colors by throwing me under the bus, and he didn't want to stay after that.
I can't say I blame him. If circumstances were different.
Oh wait, have I changed my... Okay, I put my avatar on the bottom right, so we're fine. Yeah, I'm just gonna make sure, just so that my avatar doesn't accidentally block them. I'm not even sure whether if I actually have recorded my avatar. So I could be entirely wrong about everything. Okay, my avatar is recorded. Yeah, I just literally look look at the video on via my phone. So yeah, my avatar is being recorded as well. I'm worried that the screen recording just records the game. Turns out that wasn't the case, and it's a good thing. Let me just double check. Sorry about that. Yeah, I just moved. I'm just gonna readjust. Not that I did anything. I'm just gonna make sure that it's in place. Okay, let's continue. I smile, knowing what she's about to say. I appreciate the sentiment, but I also know that not everyone has the flexibility to quit on the spot. Helen has a family to support. More importantly, Derek told me it wasn't just my signature that was forged. All the evidence signatures in relation to my case were forged. Helen's eyebrows shoot up.
Wait, seriously? All of them?
Yeah.
Damn.
How many is that? Like 50? More?
Zeke frowns.
Does that seem a little suspicious to anyone else?
You think Derek Mason is lying?
Yeah, he should have added the missing last name. Yeah, he shrugs.
Could be. It's a lot of signatures to fake.
It's still feasible, though. If you've got a good forger, the number doesn't really matter, right?
Zeke pauses, looking thoughtful.
I guess that's true. So everyone in evidence is a suspect.
Okay, so we look into them.
Yeah, it'll take a while though. Like Helen said, there's about 50 people in the department.
That's a lot of people for us to look into. You'll have a blast. Yeah, good luck with that. Come on, it'll be fun. The risk of getting in trouble, the heart-pumping thrill of reading endless paperwork, the
absolute joy of investigative work.
I thought I stopped being a detective.
Yet here you are. Probably a better use of your time than being a glorified mall cop.
Private security. Don't be rude.
Yeah, I kind of forgot what he does. Yeah, he did open a security firm. Glorified mall cop. We laugh. Yeah, isn't that what the security firm does? Like the malls the security in the malls are basically hired from another security firm, right? Most of them, unless they actually employ their own security guards. That will be a totally different matter. But chances are I think it's most likely they just contract from another company, right? We laugh.
So, how do you want to do this?
We'll split the department list between the two of us. I can check from the inside.
And I'll reach out to contacts on the outside.
Perfect.
What should I do?
You can sit tight for now. We'll call you when we've got a lead, and then you can kick butt and take names.
Yeah, like kicking butt and taking names. Those are my favorite activities. Anyway, thanks so much. They smile.
Well, as fun as this has been, I've got to grab a bite to eat before work.
Okay, it was good to catch up. It's not the same iApp without you two.
Yeah. Some lines are probably just recorded wrong. Maybe they'll ask some of the voice actors to re-record some lines. Hopefully. This feels weird if you just remove the ad. She looks at me.
And don't worry. We will clear your name.
Oh, let's hope we do by the end of the game. Yeah, that's like I mentioned in a previous episode. I feel like there's some unexplained parts, especially in the first game where how your parents died. He was betrayed by. I think your parents were betrayed when you find out at the end of the game, and then we don't know what happens after that. I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. Maybe I just remembering things wrong. But I don't think there's a resolution back there. During that game, I think the entire point of that game is to get a girlfriend, and just it's like basically more like a slice of life thing at a really high-tech futuristic university or college. Yeah, they didn't delve too deep into your family history, whatnot. And I think Crystalline, I don't think there's any empty. What they could have explored in Crystalline is probably the shadow cult. I'm not sure what they're called at the time, because as I said, I forgot some things here and there. And as for Ethereal Enigma, they could probably expand more into the Erelin's world. I don't know. Maybe it's a possibility that might not happen. But yeah, let's just hope back to this game. I hope that we'll have a satisfying conclusion with this.
Definitely.
Thanks, you guys. We'll talk again soon. After one last goodbye, we disconnect the call. Hold on, my coaster fell. I truly am lucky to have such a great pair of friends. I wouldn't be as far into this investigation without their support, which means I definitely need to do something nice for them when this is all over. Smiling, I stand up and stretch. I still got some time to spare, which means I can finally check out the simulation room. After tidying up my space, I exit my room. I head down the corridor in the direction of the lounge. The simulation room is located right across the hall. Normally the door is firmly shut, but today it is widely open. This is exciting. The room is much larger than the single frame door indicates. Inside is an abundantly spacious center. In one corner is the simulation control panel, and tucked into the far back corner is a nondescript door marked storage. Where? It looks more like a gym hall than a. Well, I'm guessing this is the control panel, right? Yeah, not sure, but to my surprise, the room is still occupied. Vela carries an armful of wires and equipment and unloads them into the small storage closet. I can see where this is going now, because I kinda spoiled myself with some CGs, because I was looking through the game's Steam page and I found some of their CGs. I know where this one is going though. Hey Vela! She spins around at the sound of my voice. When she sees me, she smiles.
Hey, you've come to check out the sim room too?
Yeah, I thought this place was never getting repaired. Vela giggles.
I know, right? The part that we needed for the control panel was hard to track down, but we finally got it.
Now that you mention it, I thought it was interesting a ship our size even has a sim room. You normally only find them on larger vessels. Hold on. Yeah, okay.
That's true. Since the Eidos is a transport ship, this space would have just held more cargo. But I guess Iris repurposed it for VR, or maybe she got it like this. I'm not sure. Either way, the sim room is great for keeping our skills sharp. It's helpful when running tactic scenarios or when we need a gym space too.
She points to the rack of weights in the storage room. That's very handy for our line of work. Okay, or maybe I'm wrong with the CG, so it's probably in another scenario.
Yep, but it can do fun stuff too. In fact, I was just testing a program to make sure the system is fully up and running.
Oh yeah? How did that go?
Great! Everything is in perfect working order. I considered asking if you wanted to try it with me, but
But what?
I don't know. I just got kind of a strange vibe. I loaded the first available sequence and was put on a gondola ride.
Whoa, cool. That's one of those long boats that can travel through that can travel through narrow canals, right?
Yeah, and there was even a captain with a long oar to push the boat along. Anyway, it started out fine. I was floating on the water, which was super cool. It felt really realistic. But then I noticed there was this soft, slow music in the background.
That doesn't sound too weird.
And in the boat, there was a bouquet of roses.
Okay, that seems a little random.
And the seat cushions were shaped like red hearts.
Oh.
That was my reaction too. Obviously, this destination is supposed to be for 2 people, but I just wasn't sure if I should have asked you to join me or not.
We can skip this. Yeah, well, I think I want to skip this. Well, if we're pursuing her, we'll definitely choose the other option, but yeah, no, we have to pass on that. I understand. I'm glad you didn't. That would have been a really awkward program to experience with friends. Vela pauses, then she slowly nods.
Right. That's why I didn't ask you. Because we're just friends. And that's why I couldn't ask anyone else on the ship either.
She sounds disappointed, to be honest. Yep, totally understandable. And by the sound of this, either we understand what's going on, or we are really dense in this scenario. Vela's phone beeps with an alert, which she seems relieved to check.
I have to return to the engineering bay, so this room is all yours.
Also, coincidentally, if we do go on the simulation with her, her phone wouldn't beep with an alert. That seems convenient. Thanks. She grins. I help her put away the last of her equipment, and then she leaves. With the room now available, I close the door and sort through the preloaded programs. Maybe I'll start with something simple just to see how everything works. So far, the only preloaded programs are just demos. That makes sense considering it's a fresh install. I'm sure we'll collect more programs as the room gets more use. I select a simple park demo. I feel transported as soon as the program loads. Soft grass cushions my feet, airing the earthy perfume. The tree waves in the gentle breeze while soft bird song welcomes me in. Everything looks crisp and feel immersive. I could get used to this. I can only imagine how much better it'll be once we get some actual programs saved. After settling in, I enjoy the lush tranquility of nature. Eventually, I hear the familiar crackle of the intercom and quickly shut down my program. Iris announces a team meeting in the lounge. She must have news about our next mission. I wonder why it took so long to finalize. I suppose I'll find out soon. After I fully shut down the console and tidy up the space, I exit the room and cross the hall into the lounge. The rest of the team are gathered by the couch, so I quickly join them. When everyone is settled, Iris clears her throat.
Good. We're all here.
Alright. Kai stretches, nonchalantly raising his arms above his head.
Let me guess, the contract's ready?
Yes and no.
Oh my god. It's the Strodegen's cat theory. I laugh. Wow, the contract is and isn't ready? Iris, I think you just proved the multiverse theory.
Cool! Can we do a universe where I'm rich and famous and have a personal harem of hot ladies?
No. You don't ask for much, do you?
Don't mind him. Even with an infinite amount of realities, that would never happen.
How about one where Vela doesn't keep destroying my dreams?
Also, no.
Iris's look is all it takes to refocus us.
It means the job I was looking at fell through. Originally, the contractor wanted us to transport a large number of guns to a free world planet. However, when I met him to sign the contract, he had written it to say we would split the delivery among 3 planets in different solar systems for the same price.
Did he think we're magic? Maybe he thought we could teleport for the Maybe he thought we could teleport for the last 2 legs by waving our magic wand.
Yeah, he didn't know our magic wand was all out of juice.
Or he could have just been cheating us.
Exactly.
You should write a Yip review about him. 0 stars.
Yelp? Who uses Yelp? I have no idea, but I don't know. Because not that I don't think anyone uses it in my from where I'm from. For the first time today, Iris cracks a smile.
I'm afraid the minimum is 1 star, even when a negative number would be more appropriate.
We're all smiling now, but I have to ask the question. You said yes and no. Did we get another contract?
We did, which is why it took me extra time to get something lined up.
I've got to say something. I go to say something, but Iris reads my mind.
Yes, it's from a credible source, which I've already vetted. We should fly out as soon as possible. It's in another free world. I've sent Kai the coordinates.
Hold on. Alright, sorry about that. Sounds good.
All right, dismissed.
There's a bustle of movements as we all leave the lounge. Our footsteps echo on the metal floor as Kai and I head down the corridor towards the bridge. When we arrive, we sit at our respective stations. I take a look at the coordinates Iris sent. It's pretty far from here, so there'll be a lot of travel time. I paid for the fuel to get here and the contract fell through. Now we're off again. And I have no idea when I'll get paid. I'm running pretty low on credits. I hope I have enough money left for Celeste's expenses. If not, I need to get some credits, and fast. I feel like I have a renewed vigor, or at least a panicked sense of urgency, as Kai starts to plot the course. I look at him. How long do you think this run will take? He shrugs.
Not too long. It's a pretty direct shot.
Okay. I'm still worried that Kai's not too long could still be too long for me. Could be too long for me, Celeste, and my wallet. When the course is laid in, Kai grins.
She's all yours.
Roger that. I grip the controls and head us out. Soon we're up and at speed. The smooth movement of the ship and the hum of the engine help me relax a little. Nothing unexpected happens, just flying and chatting with Kai until he falls asleep. Since it's his turn for a break, I don't disturb him. We pass by a beautiful nebula, and I consider waking him up to see it, but his snoring sounds so peaceful that I decide against it. I wish they show us some parts of the space. It could be cool if they drew a few of them, and instead of just putting black screen. The snoring soon starts to get on my nerves. It's a relief when, after a few hours, it's time for my break. I hit the autopilot and nudge Kai awake. Ready for your turn? He blinks the sleep out of his eyes.
Sure, are you going on break?
As long as you stay awake.
I'm good to go. I've got my Crimson Ox.
Hey man, it's Crimson Ox. I chuckle. Okay, see you later. I push myself to my feet and leave Kai to his energy drinks. I don't feel that tired yet, so I make my way to the lounge. It feels good to stretch my legs, and I'm so ready to zen out to some. And I'm so ready to zen out to some TV. When I arrive, I realize the couch is already taken. Luna glances my way and smiles. Hey Luna.
Hey yourself. Fancy seeing you here. Are you on your break?
I nod. My attention is drawn to the hospital set on TV. A cast of medical interns lean against the nursing station. One in particular has a dreamy, faraway look in his eyes. What are you watching?
Scrubs.
You mean that... What? Is this a word? You mean that medical dramedy? Wait, what? That's a word? Or is it a typo? At this point... Wait, what? That's a word? Okay, that's a word, I suppose. I thought... Okay, I learn something every day. And what is that show a reference of? Oh, I've seen a lot of shorts on YouTube, but not this one. Maybe I've seen like House, Chicago, MD, Grey's Anatomy. Not sure about this one. Yeah, they just added another B. You mean that medical dramedy?
Mm-hmm.
I'm a little voice crack. I'm a little surprised you like to watch hospital shows.
Of course. They're so entertaining. Especially when I get to critique how inaccurate all the medical stuff is.
Yeah, that's probably every single comment in the shorts that I've watched. I knew there'd be a catch. She giggles.
Why don't you come and join me? I promise I'll be on my best behavior.
Sure.
Excellent. I saved you the best seat in the lounge.
She pats the empty seat right next to her and winks, her grin turning mischievous. I step closer to the couch but pause before I sit. Is it such a good idea to sit so close to her? This could be a playful gesture, or it could mean something more. I don't want her to misunderstand my feelings. Oh, so we get every section with everyone. So in this case, we'll sit close to her. It's a good thing my feelings align with her gesture. Of course I want to be close to her, and I'm not going to let this opportunity go to waste. With a grin, I snuggle in beside her. Her warmth welcomes me to her side and she smiles. I knew I made the right choice. I only have a second to savor the moment before Luna pushes herself to her feet.
Well, I hope you enjoy the show.
Huh? Aren't we watching it together? She shakes her head.
Unfortunately, my break is over and I need to get back to work.
Then why did you ask me to join you?
I want to see how well you take direction. And now, I know the answer.
I am afraid at what's gonna happen later on. Does that mean I'm passed? She winks.
You'll have to wait and see. Enjoy the rest of your break.
Luna flashes one last playful grin before she heads out of the lounge. A heavy sigh heaves out of me. I guess I have the TV all to myself now. Or rather, I think if we choose to hang out with Vela, her phone still still rings, and then we still won't go on to the simulation with her anyway. Because, yeah, she says she'll have an emergency and whatnot. That's just my prediction, but it's probably true for the case. Yeah, and we'll get the scene we saw back earlier. So I settle in to the couch and get comfortable. Before long, I'm completely absorbed by the show. Even though I only plan to watch one episode, I end up binging until my eyes feel heavy. Okay, it's time for bed. With a yawn, I turn off the TV and clean up the area. Then I return to my room. After a quick change, I curl under the cool sheets and drift off to sleep. I'm guessing that's the end of the so-called day. A light beeping wakes me up from my slumber. I roll over to check my phone. It's a reminder that I need to take over flying in 15 minutes. So I'm pretty sure that we can end the episode right here, because we've now hit at least an hour and 26 minutes. So yeah, that seems okay. So yeah, we'll leave the next part to the next episode. So to sum up today, we head to Starhaven. We find out that Derek is actually a good guy. He's innocent, but he just can't stand injustice. So he left. That's why he left. And we hang out at Starhaven, kind of with Kai. We hung out at the bar, came back early, and then we decided on a new mission. But apparently it's basically another distance away. Yeah, I'm not really good at recalling, but basically we just went to Starhaven. After confronting Derek, basically what we know is everyone in the evidence department is suspicious, to say the least. Yeah, everyone is sus there. Yeah, I don't think anything noteworthy apart from hanging out with our crew. Except for hanging out with our crew and then accepting a new mission, but you know. Anyway, I'll continue this in the next episode. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Stay safe and have a great day. Goodbye.